What's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe, and today we're going to be discussing some of the figures that were revealed by Mezco this past weekend at their in-house event that they did called Mezco ToyzFair. And basically what they did was revealed a bunch of new figures on their social media. But hats off to them for making the most out of a situation that's unpleasant, because obviously this year we're not going to have Toy Fair, so Mezco did this little thing themselves and they showed off a bunch of awesome figures. And I'll be honest with you, this is the most excited I've been for Mezco new reveals in a very long time. I'm a fan of Mezco, but for the last year and a half or so, I haven't really been that excited by a lot of their stuff. They're putting out some great figures, but it just hasn't really done too much for me. The last figure that they released that I was really excited about was actually this guy right here, and it's the Mezco Dr. Zaius. This is an awesome figure, and I'm happy to see that he's going to have some company pretty soon. So that was the one that reveal, we're going to get to it at the end, but that reveal is what made me want to make this video, along with some other ones, because they showed some really good things. But let's go ahead and get into it. The first figure that they showed, disclaimer, I'm only going to be talking about the Mezco 112 collective stuff. I know they have other brands and things like that, the 5 points and the LED. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm just talking about the Mezco 112 collective. So, you know, hopefully that's what you're here for. If not, you might have to go somewhere else. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that they showed that was awesome was a new classic Superman. Mezco put out a Superman a couple of years ago. I've always thought that figure was okay. It definitely wasn't perfect, but I liked it. You know, I have it and I think it's a cool figure. But this one looks so much better, and I think Superman is definitely a figure that needed to be revisited by Mezco, because they've come a long way with their soft goods. They've done things better. The first Superman they put out was very early in the line, so I'm happy to see that they're revisiting something that, you know, Superman's iconic, and Mezco's doing their thing. I'm sure that Mezco wants to have a really good version of Superman out there, not one that's kind of polarizing, to say the least. You know, like, I think it's okay, but most people dislike it. You know, it is what it is. But with this guy, it looks like if you're into Mezco, you're gonna like this figure, because this thing looks amazing. I look forward to seeing some of the accessories that he comes with. I don't know if they showed everything here, but I'm sure he's gonna come with some unique accessories. The first Superman came with those magnetic bullet ricochet effects, and I thought those were awesome. And then the recently released movie Superman came with the Fortress of Solitude. So I'm sure that they're gonna come up with something really cool for this guy. But I'm very excited about that. I can't wait. It looks really good. And then the next thing they showed was the Halloween 2 Michael Myers. I'm not a big horror fan, and I already have the first Mezco Michael Myers figure, so personally I don't think that I need this, but I'm happy for the people that are excited about this figure. I know there's a lot of horror fans out there, so this does look really good. And I know the original release is kind of rare now, so I think it's really cool that they're giving people another opportunity to get this character to have for their Mezco shelf, you know. But the figure does look good, and the original one was good, so I'm sure this one's going to be fine. And the next thing they showed is very exciting to me, not because the actual figure itself, but because I just like the idea of Mezco doing these types of things. The figure they revealed is the Crow, and I know a lot of people are excited about that. There's not a whole lot of options out there as far as Crow figures go. Diamond Select put one out recently. It doesn't look really good. I'd imagine that fans of the movie want like a better representation than the Diamond Select one. But Mezco's coming through and giving us a really good looking figure. But the reason I'm excited about this is because I feel like this is the kind of stuff that Mezco should focus on. Cult classic movies, just old school iconic movie characters. These are the kind of things that I feel like Mezco can really excel at, because the aesthetic just works with Mezco's whole style, and there's not a whole lot of other people or a lot of other companies doing these iconic cult classic movie characters. So I think it's dope that Mezco's doing that. And then of course it is a Mezco event, so we are going to get some of their in-house characters. They did some Rumble Society teases, but no like big reveals. The first thing they showed was basically a guy with the white beard. I'm sure it's like Baron Benz's dad or something like that. I don't know. It looks like a Odin or Poseidon type of character. So we'll see what that turns out to be, but it does look cool. Hopefully it's not just a kit bash of Baron Benz or previously released Rumble Society figures. I like the Rumble Society stuff, but mostly when they're just fully original new figures. I don't really like when they do the kit bash thing, but we'll see what happens. And the next thing they showed was the Fantastic Four, and that's something that I'm super excited about. Yes, I have the Marvel Legends ones, and they are awesome. Hasbro killed it with those, but I'm really excited about these because I can't wait to see what Mezco does with accessories. They always find a creative way to incorporate the character's powers or just give unique accessories, so I'm very excited to see what they do for Johnny Storm, Mr. Fantastic, and Sue. I can't imagine what they're going to come up with. I'm sure they're going to come up with some crazy ass weird accessory that no one else ever thought of. So I look forward to seeing that. And you know, it's Fantastic Four, Jack Kirby, all that good stuff. So I'm all for this set, even though I kind of understand why people would want to pass on it, especially if they already have the Legends versions. And then that was pretty much it for Saturday. They showed off some of the other lines that they do, not Mezco 112 Collective, but you know, just random stuff. And then on Sunday, they went crazy. I couldn't believe some of the stuff they were showing. One thing that a bunch of people were tagging me in, and this is probably the thing that I'm most excited about. And everybody was sending this to me because they know I'm a big fan of Planet of the Apes, and I'm so happy to see that Mezco is going to continue giving us Planet of the Apes figures. They're giving us a Caesar, and then they're giving us the apes in the orange jumpsuits. I don't know a lot of details. Hopefully it's a box set of apes in orange jumpsuits, because I would buy... If there were box sets of 3, I'd probably buy 2 box sets, because I want a bunch of those apes in jumpsuits all over my house. Those things look awesome. I cannot wait for those. Again, that's another property that doesn't get a lot of love in the action figure world. I do have the old NECA ones, and I love those figures, but it's going to be really cool to see the Mezco take on those characters, because again, it works with the aesthetic. So I was a big fan of Dr. Zaius, and I cannot wait for those figures. They look amazing. Shout out to everybody that sent those to me or tagged me in the Mezco comment section of that post. But yeah, very exciting stuff. And the next thing, which this is another thing that was a very smart and cool move on their part. They're basically giving us a new Jim Lee Wolverine. And that's awesome, because the old one, which was a New York Comic Con exclusive years ago, is super expensive, super rare, and it's very hard to come by. And on top of that, there's a lot of flaws with it. But with this guy, it looks like they came through and they fixed a lot of the flaws. They listened to fans. He's got the classic boots, and then he has the classic shoulder pads, and the head sculpt looks really good too. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I don't know all the details on it. Hopefully it's not an exclusive, but I already have the other one. I'm still going to get this one, but I'm more excited for the people that don't have the first one, because now they have an opportunity to have a good Jim Lee Wolverine figure to go along with their other Mezco figure. So I think that's dope. And then next up, they did give us another Rumble Society teaser, and this is like a shark kind of guy, like a robotic shark it kind of looks like. So I think that's dope. Hopefully we'll get to see the whole thing pretty soon here. So then the last thing I want to talk about, and again, this is something that I think is very cool, and I will buy it only because, you know, it looks great. I'm not a big fan of this property, but it looks good, and I'm just going to have to check it out. It looks too good to pass up, and that would be a Power Rangers figure. The one that they showed off was the Green Ranger with the dragon armor. The Green Ranger is the one Power Ranger that I actually like, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to talk shit about me wanting to get that, but hey, I think it looks good. Again, I think it works with the Mezco aesthetic, and it looks like they're going to do a good job with it. Again, that's something that I'm just more excited for other people when it comes to that, because I know a lot of people are big fans of Power Rangers. I'm going to try to get that one. I'm not going to stress myself too much about it. If I miss it, it is what it is. I'm not that big of a fan of the property anyways, but I would like to at least check that one out because it looks good. But for me, the things that I was most excited about from this whole Mezco thing was the Planet of the Apes figures. I think those things look awesome, and I cannot wait to have those and to set up my Mezco Planet of the Apes display, mix them in with the NECA stuff, and yeah, I think it's really cool that they're revisiting that. I heard somewhere that they were not going to do any more Planet of the Apes figures, so this was a very pleasant surprise, so good stuff. But anyways, I think that's it. Hats off to Mezco for making the best out of a bad situation and finding a way to get us all excited about their products without an actual convention. I think they did a really good job with this whole Mezco ToyzFair event thing, you know? So they killed it. That's all I gotta say. Let me know in the comments what thing that you were most excited about, and also let me know if there was something that you were hoping that they would reveal that they didn't. I guess if I were to pick a figure in that category, it would definitely be Dr. Doom. But now that they've revealed Fantastic Four, we have to assume that Dr. Doom is not too far away, right? So hopefully they get around to doing that. But yeah, let me know in the comments if there was anything that you wish that they revealed that they did not. And also let me know what your favorite reveal was of the whole event. So thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also be sure to hit the bell notification so you know every time that I go live. Peace.